We actually started as a family visiting wineries in Missouri, and we love trying all the different wines. We love the environment at all the different wineries. And then my son, who is our winemaker, started home making wine, and his friends and family all said, you know, really, this is good, you ought to try to sell it. So I was coming up for retirement soon, and I knew I didn't want to just sit at home and not do anything. And so we got the idea of opening up a tasting room and doing what we really enjoyed doing. I knew I wanted to have lots of windows, so if the weather was good or bad, you could sit in and still be able to view the outdoor countryside. I also knew that I wanted enough seating that if we had special events, we had room for that too. These are the 54-gallon tanks. Mm-hmm. These will make about 300 bottles. We give our wine an oakiness by using chips, oak chips. We don't put it in oak barrels. So that'll give it a little oakiness when he puts the chips in the fermenting part of it. When you use the barrel, it's going to give you a really high tannins, a really high oakiness that causes that dry mouth feeling. Okay. Our winemaker just prefers to use the chips to give it the light, a little light oakiness, a little light dryness. And the reason we do that really is because people in Northwest Missouri tend to go for the sweeter wines. We only have a very few customers that want the dry wines. So that's why we use the chips versus the barrels. And then after fermentation, the settlement will go down toward the bottom. And so we call moving the wine from one tank to the other, we call that racking. So we'll move it all over here and leave the sediment, you know, and then we'll move it back. We do that 3 times, and it helps to clean the wine of all that gunk in there. And after that's done, after a period of days, we filter it. We actually run it through a filtering machine, and that's done 3 times. So that when you get your bottle of wine, there's nothing floating around in there. See how it's still cloudy? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what we're trying to get rid of at this point. It's already fermented. Okay. So what we're doing now is we're letting it settle. We're letting all that cloudiness go down to the bottom, and then we'll wrap off the top of the wine into a new tank, and we'll do that back and forth till the wine starts getting really clear. And then it may look clear to you, but yet there will still be things floating around in there, so we filter 3 times. You can almost see the difference where it's not quite as cloudy. You know, you don't have quite the cloudiness in there, a little bit clearer. It's a dark wine, of course, but you can see compared to that one, it's a lot cleaner. It's been in the tank now since September. It's almost ready. Since September, we're almost ready to bottle it now. Okay. We'll do anywhere from 500 to 800 bottles on our bottling day. Right now, you know, it's spring. They're starting to come out of their dormancy and bud out and leaf out. Late August, September, it's time to harvest the grapes. The wine that we make here is we get grapes from our vineyard, which is 3 varieties. We also get grapes from a local vineyard in St. Joe, but Missouri grapes is our priority, but we also use grapes from Wisconsin, Kansas, fruit from Kansas, California also. But everything is brought here, it's processed here, and bottled here.
We just kind of got into discussion about grapes. The grape that I grow, a Petite Pearl, is a Minnesota grape. It's a far north varietal. I'm the farthest one in the south in the United States as far as I can find out who grows them. So it's a unique grape to this area. Roxanne decided that she would like to do something unique with a wine. And so we got together and she decided to purchase my grapes to make a wine that is different than anything in this area. It's about 10 pounds of raw grapes to make a gallon of juice. And a gallon of juice will usually make about 5 bottles of wine.
I do. It is our #1 seller. It's blueberry wine, and we call it Sassy Sisters.
I haven't found a wine here that I don't like one way or the other. Some of it, just to set and have a nice glass of wine. They make several wines that are very good with a meal, and they make several that are pretty darn good with any kind of ice cream.
My favorite one is raspberry, although my very favorite is Fanoles, and that's out of our vineyard, and we have to kind of wait on that, so I'm really waiting for the end of May so I can have my very favorite.
I think all the local wineries have their own uniqueness. One thing we offer here is a bigger choice. We make 15 different wines, so we have a big choice of different flavors that you can choose from. We think somebody's going to find something that they like out of that many choices. Also, we have the biggest seating area, so for parties and groups, it's a little bit more convenient because we can get more people here. And of course, I like to say we have the best view. We're up on a hill, we overlook the vineyard, we overlook the countryside and the pond, so I think we have the best view here. Well, we do have a lot of crafting. Usually a couple of times a month, we'll have something going on here. My sisters work with me, and they're the crafters, they're the talented ones. So once a month, we'll have a crafting night, and once a month, we'll have a wine glass painting night. I also have an artist that comes in and will do canvas paintings. And that seems to draw in a lot of people because they have so much fun socializing with their friends and creating something.
And then I have a craft night, and I really enjoy that. I have ladies come out and do crafts, and we have a really good time working on that, and meeting with them and sitting down and talking to them and seeing how creative they could be too. So that's a lot of fun too, part of the winery. I make the wine signs, and I make wine cork necklaces and wine, leather jewelry and keychains, and because I like doing crafts. So I made several things that's around here because it's something that I enjoy doing, another hobby of mine.
We have our charity of choice as the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. And one of the main reasons we support that is because my son, our winemaker, his wife has cystic fibrosis. She has struggled with that all her life. So she had picked out a wine, a strawberry wine, and she named it Breathe Easy. We sell that wine and we donate those proceeds to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Since we started this journey, she has recently had to get a double lung transplant. So they have relocated to St. Louis and going through the process for the transplant. She got her transplant 7 weeks ago. She's doing fantastic, great job. Every year we'll have a huge fundraiser to donate to Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. And this year we're also going to make the part of that donation go to Bridget, just to help out with those medical expenses from the transplant and the cost of relocating for the transplant. And it's a huge event.
It's a relaxing job. It's a fun job. It's a job that I don't, before I've had jobs where I didn't want to go into work. Well, here I look forward to coming to work because I know I'm going to meet new people and have a good day. Well,
The future. Like I said, the only thing right now that I'm really thinking about is expanding to the Kansas City market. Otherwise, man, I'm really happy with what we got going on right here.
She's going to grow. She's definitely going to grow. I can tell that, but I hope she don't get too big. We can't handle it. But just to continue as we are, and having good people coming in and having a relaxing, enjoying afternoon with us, a fun evening, just to continue on as long as I can continue doing it.
They do a very good job. I'm very proud to have my grapes be under their label. I really am.
Well, I think I'd like them to know that this is really a family-oriented place. My husband and I own it. My 2 sisters work here. My son's the winemaker. So we're all about family, and we're all about having fun. We have a saying, come for the wine, stay for the fun.